The Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation, or as you may hear it, the DTCC, the global backbone of the financial markets, is rolling out tokenized securities starting July 2026. And if everything goes smoothly, we're looking to go live with financial grade products by October of 2026. How massive is this? We're talking about the quadrillion-dollar conglomerate that is the DTCC going live with tokenized securities. Really let that sink in and understand what that means for this market, what this means for the crypto market as a whole. Massive move here. Let's go ahead and get into the first story. It's going to be all about the DTCC and the 50 plus firms they are working with. Of course, Circle, Ripple, Ondo are all a part of this. Kraken, all the names that you expect are a part of this move. So you definitely want to pay attention to this. So let's go ahead and get to this first story. This is coming from the DTCC on May 4th, 2026. Read along with me. Check it out here. It says, building on the SEC's no action letter related to the DTC's tokenization service, the DTCC has convened more than 50 firms through its industry working group to inform the development of DTC's tokenization services and support responsible exploration of digital asset use cases. So back in December of 2025, the DTCC got the green light from the SEC. They had the no action. That essentially means they're going to be moving forward and have the ability to move into tokenized securities. Again, this is a massive move for just the DTCC. Think of them as the player that all the other banks and institutions watch. And if they're going live, that means the rest of them will go live as well. They will follow suit. When we're looking at the market and everybody's frustrated because the price action, it is what it is, right? And I hate that saying, but think about it. I mean, if the money's not in the market, your project, no matter how great your project is, it will not move. And the bigger piece of this is when people are investing, I think it's too easy if you're newer to crypto, especially, and maybe if you've been around for a while, maybe you haven't really thought of it this way either. And if you have, let people know down in the comments what this opportunity is bringing, what crypto really is doing, meaning that a lot of people get lost in the thought of token and coins and memes, and they don't take it seriously. They don't realize we're talking the new financial products that the major players like billionaires and millionaires will be using to make themselves wealthy. You too are doing the same thing. So when you think of a coin or a token or whatever you're investing in, it's not just a game out here. And I'm not saying that you personally are. I know that people stepping into the crypto market, especially the meme casino, they take it as a game. And I'm here to really push the fact that this is legitimate products being used by financial institutions that is going to make a lot of people very wealthy one day if they do it right. So let's keep going here, guys. And just for the record, anything that you see on my screen will be down in my video description. I will push all my links down there so you can do your own research, because that's very important to me on this channel, is people learn and educate themselves and not just take our words for, the gospel here as influencers or as content creators, whatever you want to call it. Do your own research, because it is your money at the end of the day. Now let's get into this next story that is still with the DTCC. This comes from their actual website. Again, the link will be down in the video description. So let's check it out. Coming out on May 4th, 2026, a massive move here. It elaborates what we just read about. So check it out. It says DTCC advances development of new tokenization services, convenes 50 plus firms to drive digital asset adoption. The DTCC to facilitate initial limited production trades of securities tokenized via DTC's tokenization services in July 2026, which plans to launch the service in October of 2026. So in simple terms, this means that Wall Street can start trading things like stocks and bonds on blockchain, no longer testing out. We're talking actually using this real life use case of the tokenization of blockchain. We're talking real assets going live. And this is a major piece of the puzzle as to why your favorite project, whatever it may be, has not really seen that true value of what it's worth yet. It's just not simply being used in the way that it's meant to be used yet. I think of it still as a beta test. I know we're technically not there, but we're still beta testing in the sense that these institutions aren't using this technology at full scale. But with this announcement of the DTCC, this is meaning that Wall Street can go live with their stocks and bonds on blockchain. So simply the old TradFi system is being upgraded to blockchain, and possibly by October of 2026, we are looking at the possibility of them going fully live with this, and it's no longer testing and putting our foot in the water. And keep in mind, in October, that is the new quarter for our U.S. government. Their quarter one is October. What a perfect timing to see this happen, right? And right at the end of the year, as we need a good spike for a great year for the administration that we have now, to see a good year going live in October would be a massive move. We could see the floodgates truly open at this time now here. Let's go ahead and look at the 50 plus firms. I didn't pull all of them, but I did pull a couple of them, and I put it on my X account. So if you'd like to follow me on X, you're more than welcome to as well. I do post a lot of stuff there that I don't post on YouTube, of course. So I also will post things I might be talking about later. So if you want to follow me, more than welcome to, but no obligation obviously there. But let's go ahead and check out my post from the 50 plus firms, and I just put a couple of the big ones that stood out to me here. So check it out with me. This is from my X account. It says, this is actually coming out on May 4th as well, 2026. The DTCC's working group include Anchorage, Bank of America, BitGo, BlackRock, BNP Paribas, Broadridge, Charles Schwab, Circle, Citadel, Citi, Digital Asset, aka Canton Network, Fireblocks, Franklin Templeton, Goldman Sachs, HSBC, JP Morgan, Lloyds Bank, Morgan Stanley, NASDAQ, NYSE Group, Ondo Foundation, Payward aka Kraken, Ripple, Prime, Robinhood app, State Street, TradeWeb, UBS, Wells Fargo. Look at all those names a part of this working group. We're talking about the DTC, that custodians of $114 trillion. We are talking about Ripple, Ondo being a part of this. Something that we talk about on this channel are these two projects, of course, was Ripple going into XRP Ledger. Now, I know the debate is going to be, well, just because Ripple is a part of this doesn't mean XRP is going to be a part of this. Yes, technically that is true, but when we're thinking about the $114 trillion pie, we don't need all of that. We just need a very small amount of that to see a return that we're looking for when looking at XRP, right? And other projects as well. We need just a small piece of that pie there. So them working with DTCC's working group to bring tokenized securities, bonds, etc. to go live is a massive move, and people still doubt that Ripple is going to be something. I'm sorry, Ripple is just on a different level. They're with Circle, they're with Ondo, they're with Kraken. They're an entirely different entity on their own. But let's keep going here. Let's look at what they had to say. This is coming from the CEO of the DTCC, Frank LaSala. So what he had to say about this. Check it out right along with me. It says, as a global leader in financial services, DTCC continues to galvanize a broad cross-section of industry leaders to facilitate ongoing, robust dialogue that drives widespread digital assets adoption and advances innovation, said Frank LaSala, DTCC President and CEO. Our vision is coming to fruition, launching our tokenization services and successfully bridging TradFi and DeFi. We believe tokenization will significantly change how markets work and operate, bringing new levels of liquidity, transparency, and efficiency to investors. So if anybody's still doubting that tokenization, blockchain, crypto isn't going to go anywhere, especially at a time like right now when the whole market is dead, they're saying that crypto is just a fraud, it's a fake, it's a scam, nobody should be in it. When you're looking at the DTCC talking about tokenization and how they believe it's going to revolutionize the financial system, they're bringing DeFi and upgrading TradFi. How can we say that? Especially when we think about this patent from the DTCC that's been going around for quite some time. We covered it a while back ago, but just in case you missed it, check this out. This is a patent from the DTCC. Again, remember, quadrillions of dollars we're here talking about when we're talking about the DTCC. So check out the screen with me, and this is that patent, and check out this patent. Right here, of course, is XLM Stellar. Then right here, of course, is XRP, the XRP Ledger. So when we think about Ripple, XRP Ledger, we're saying that they may not use it. Well, keep in mind, they are having XRP and Stellar a part of their patent when we're looking at tokenization, blockchain. They are going to use it at some point. And also keep in mind that Stellar and XRP are heavily connected to each other. They go hand in hand, guys. Like, this is a massive opportunity. I'm not trying to get anybody pumped up by any means, but this is a massive opportunity when we think about what the DTCC is doing. And if we go live with this, this is a game changer. And I'm not trying to hype anybody by any means, so don't go out and FOMO in. Just know this is a big story. Let's keep going though. Let's talk about the DTC's tokenization service timeline. Again, from their website, check it out. It says DTCC plans to facilitate the initial limited production trades of real-world assets tokenized using DTC's tokenization service in July 2026, and then plans to launch the service in October 2026. DTCC will continue collaborating with DTCC Industry Working Group to align best practices, advance industry readiness, and improve operational and technical workflows, including the use of DTC tokenized assets in production environment and their ability to interoperate across many chains. DTC's tokenization service will enable tokenization of real-world DTC custodian assets to provide the same entitlements, investors, protections, and ownership rights that assets held in traditional form, supported by DTC's resilience and accountability. Today, DTC custodies assets valued at over $114 trillion. So again, guys, the DTCC, they recognize the power of tokenization, the ability to bring the liquidity, the speed, everything that the old financial system is missing. They realize the power of blockchain, DLT, crypto. They are all in on this. And when you have somebody like the DTCC straight up saying this is what's going on, imagine what the rest of the investors and institutions are going to do when they see the DTCC going forward with this. This is, again, another green light, in my opinion, to the rest of the world saying, hey, we're here, we're ready to go. You guys should get in position too, which I think is a funny time right now. When we look at the market, everybody's out of the market, everybody's scared. But while retail's pushed out, we have institutions quietly sliding in, and they're buying assets up by the millions right now, as nobody's really paying attention to it. What a perfect time this is happening. So congratulations if you're still here and you're still watching this and what's going on in real time. You're one of the few if you're watching this in real time. And anybody that watches this in the future, welcome to the show. Where you guys been at? We love to have you here. While you're here, if you could hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel if you like this kind of content. We would love to have you part of the channel. Now let's keep going. Let's hear what else they had to say about this. And this is going to come from the DTCC's Managing Director, President of the Clearing and Securities Services. So check it out. Read along. It says, DTC's tokenization service is designed to provide systemic scale where deep liquidity already lives, said Brian Steele. We continue to collaborate closely with the DTCC Industry Working Group members to ensure the services are developed in lockstep with the industry currently and future needs as we collectively build the digital ecosystem of the future. Then we roll down over here. It says tokenization is an important and critical step toward building tomorrow's digital infrastructure, said Nadine Shakar, DTCC Managing Director, Global Head of Digital Assets. DTCC is committed to remaining at the forefront of innovation and championing a scalable, interoperable, and risk-managed Web3 ecosystem that harnesses the power of digital ledger technology and delivers real value to the industry. So we see how committed and impactful the DTCC will be to the market. And I think what a perfect timing all this is happening. As you guys know, if you're watching this on May 4th, May 5th, May 6th, May 7th of 2026, we have consensus happening down in Miami where a lot of work's going to be done. Again, more news will come from this. If you've been watching my last few episodes, you've known that I've been saying that these meetings and conferences, they're going to have a big impact. You're going to hear a lot of headlines come out, and we are already seeing that. And the big one hasn't even happened yet. So consensus is coming up. And then we also have SALT happening in August out in Wyoming, another big one. But again, think about it. July 2026, they go live DTCCs with tokenization securities. SALT happens in August. They want to go live in October for the DTCC with tokenization full scale. So when we really think about that, this is all lining up. And now let's back up and think about the Clarity Act market structure bill. They are looking to have this marked up in May. Again, another perfect timing. So check out this from Senator Tim Scott. Check out this. It's going to be a clip. It's about 30 seconds or so. Don't go anywhere, but definitely listen to what he's saying. And now let's put what he says into line with everything we just read about the DTCC. Check it out, 30 seconds, don't go anywhere, well worth a watch.
And a couple of other votes on the Senate, on the Republican side, on board now. I just want to have 13 of 13 Republicans. That makes it easier for us to have a bipartisan markup in May is my hope, and then we'll get this thing to the floor of the Senate June or July, and hopefully that means the average person in the country will be able to keep more of their money in their pocket because the speed of commerce will get faster, better, and even less expensive. This is really good news.
So you're thinking about what he just said. He's looking to get the market structure bill marked up May through June, July, get pushed forward. We're hoping to have it signed by August on the president's desk is what they say. Again, we'll see what happens with that. Just keep in mind, it is the U.S. government. We are talking about quadrillions of dollars. We're talking about global economy here. Anything is possible. Anything can happen. So don't get lost in all these headlines. Just know we're making a lot of progress, and the fact they're still talking about it is a great thing. It has not been kicked to 2030 yet, as some people believe that it may happen. Now, keep your eye on the news story and keep your eye on the Clarity Act and see where we're going to go with it. But what Tim Scott is saying, how it's going to be faster, cheaper, etc., how this is going to be great for the economy, how are they going to do that? They're going to do that through the use of blockchain, DLT, crypto. And now that we see the DTCC announcing this going live, hopefully by October, this is a perfect plan falling into place if this indeed is going to be the way that it goes. Hopefully it does. We'll see what happens. That's all I have for you guys on this video. Before I let you go though, take care of yourself, take care of those people around you, and become the change you want to see in the world. Thank you guys for hanging out. I'll see you on the next one.